I'm Tim Aden. I'm the EVP of Global Partners for Verifone. I manage a lot of our strategic partnerships with fintechs and companies like FreedomPay, PayPal, Shopify, and I've been managing our relationship with FreedomPay for a few years now. The cool thing to see about the partnership is we started really focused on the terminals and how we got the integration done and where we could help FreedomPay to go out and win parts of the market and win customers with Verifone's hardware that maybe would not have been open to FreedomPay previously. I think where the relationship has really evolved and grown is around looking at other assets that FreedomPay and Verifone have and looking at the creative ways that we can put them together, whether it's expanding payment acceptance for each other's organizations or looking at new markets or new geographies that FreedomPay has a strength in or Verifone has a strength in, really getting beyond the initial goal of partnering on the terminals, putting our terminals inside of your omni-commerce solution. I think it's been interesting to see opportunities from customers that are aware of our partnership. We're talking to them about it, and the customers are really driving us as companies, as partners, to go and look at new ways to partner together. So I think that's been interesting to see how the initial focus for the partnership has evolved and changed, and a lot of that's been driven by the activities we've been doing together in the market.
There's a lot of conversation around omni-channel and e-com. Primarily, Verifone still operates in-store. What kind of trends are you seeing around in-store payments? Because people still tend to show up to stores, particularly for retail, to actually have that experiential kind of difference between e-com and in-store payments.
Totally. So we continue to see a huge amount of demand from partners and merchants for better omni-channel experiences. And when Verifone looks at our strengths and what we can do and what we can bring to the table, we really see ourselves as experts in the card-present environment and extracting complexity out of card-present payments and helping to enable omni-channel commerce that takes into account the very unique challenges of in-store payments. And in addition to that, we look at all of the evolution around agentic commerce that we see in the digital space and trying to make sure that we don't leave behind in store when you think about that solution. So if you have an agentic solution that you're utilizing, you have AI helping you shopping online, how do we make sure when that person walks into a store that they have an engagement model with the in-store payment technology, the in-store loyalty technology, that they have that robust experience and that agentic experience is not lost in store?
What are the three key predictions you would have for 2026 around in-store payments?
So three key predictions. I think number one, we're going to continue to see a huge amount of demand in the agentic world. That is a buzzword that I think is going to continue to explode. It's going to continue to drive a lot of the partners and customers that Verifone and FreedomPay have to demand more in that area. So I think that's one that we'll definitely see. Number two, I think that you're going to see consumers continue to focus on the in-store experience. I really don't think in-store payments are going anywhere, and that regardless of all the focus on agentic and on digital and how we can elevate that, that to your point earlier, there's a lot of demand for folks that want to walk into a store and have that personalized experience. And number three, I think biometrics are going to continue to become more of a table stakes type of experience. When you look at consumers today, they're very familiar with going into an airport, going into an event, into a venue, and biometrics is the way that they're accessing, the way that they're being authenticated. And the general population is really eager to find ways to streamline their shopping experience. So I think you're going to continue to see biometrics as a key technology in growth, in payments acceptance, in loyalty, and in helping merchants to get closer to their customers.
Okay, we see a lot of new lines coming from Verifone, a lot of innovation. What kind of does 2026 look like for both Verifone and FreedomPay and the partnership between both?
Yeah, so I'm excited about 2026. In 2025, Verifone released 13 new payment terminals. Previous to 2025, Verifone on average would put about 3 or 4 new devices out a year. So we've greatly accelerated the pace of innovation, the number of devices we're bringing to market, and 26 will be no different. So we'll release 14 individual new products in 2026, and the reason that we're so aggressive about trying to bring this innovation to the market is that we know that FreedomPay is a very diverse business, much like a lot of our partners do, And if we aren't going to bring devices to the market that can suit all of the various needs, whether it's in vertical SaaS or large enterprise or SMB, all of these different parts of the market have different requirements for in-person payments. And if Verifone doesn't go and meet those needs and provide that suite of technology to FreedomPay, we think there's other folks out there that will beat us to the punch. So we're very excited about working with FreedomPay to service all of the exciting opportunities that you guys have in 2026, and we think we have the solutions on the hardware and services side to do it.